Hey YouTube, it's Craig here, and I'm back with a new video. This is going to be a pen showdown between the Montblanc 149, the OTTO HUTT Design 8, and the Namiki Yukari Royale, and we're going to figure out which pen is the most worth it. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so we're going to be doing a battle between the Montblanc 149, the OTTO HUTT Design 8, and the Namiki Yukari Royale. These are three pens that are all grails in my collection. They are very different, even though two of them, the Montblanc and the Namiki, do look very similar. They are all things I love in my collection. I'm super happy and proud to own them, but I'm going to compare and contrast which ones are the most worth it based off of price, materials, comfort, care and cleaning, and brand heritage. So I have them actually in order right now of price. If you were to buy a Montblanc 149 new, these retail for about $925 US. It might be different wherever region you're watching this from. I bought this from the Antique Digger for $550, and it is a 1995, but it is a beautiful nib. These are all mediums. That's why I'm going to compare them today, and I'll do a writing sample so we can compare and contrast all of them. So $925 US gets you this pen. Packaging is like a standard Montblanc box, and these are usually covered by a 2-year manufacturer's warranty. Next on the list, we have the $1,200 OTTO HUTT Design 8. This is a brass pen that's ruthenium coated, and it's got a nice size nib on it, medium as well. And with OTTO HUTT, you get a cardboard box, and it comes with a polishing cloth. It's got this really crazy pull and twist mechanism that we'll get into in a little bit, but really nice pen. It was designed by Mark Brown, who also designed the Nomos Metro, which is a watch I absolutely love. $1,200 gets you this pen, and depending on your region, it might be a little more, it might be a little less. Lastly, we have the Namiki Yukari Royale. This is a brass pen that is Urushi lacquered. It takes 3 months to make this pen. The nib size is very similar to the OTTO HUTT, but at $1,500, it is the most expensive pen in this group. With it, you get a bottle of ink, you get a bottle of Namiki Blue or Namiki Black, just depending on the order. It comes in this beautiful, elegant wooden box. You really feel it. It has a good amount of weight to it without being extra heavy. There you go. That is the most expensive of the three. Next, we get into materials. So we just talked a little bit resin, and it's called precious resin. I mean, it is just a plastic pen with a piston mechanism in it. Plastic feed, 18 karat gold nib, gold plated hardware, just a plastic pen, a resin pen. The OTTO HUTT, as far as materials go, it is a ruthenium coated brass pen. Everything is precision refined, absolutely engineered. You can't feel the gap between the cap and the barrel. Even though those ridges go in different directions, you cannot feel that seam. It's amazing. The grip section is not plastic. This is PVD coated stainless steel. It's got a plastic feed, 18 karat gold nib on it. Mechanism itself is a piston, but it's got this pull and twist mechanism. So if I pull this all the way out and twist it back, once the piston is all the way up, it'll click to let you know that it's done filling. There's the clicking noise. You push it back in. It's very well engineered, and I'm not supposed to do this, but if you twist off the grip section, it doesn't come apart or anything, but you can see there's a piece of glass in there. You can actually see the ink when it is filled up. I thought it was a little hidden ink window. It is not. It's there for testing when they're checking out to make sure if the piston mechanism is working correctly. Fun little life hack. You can unscrew this section and you can see the ink in there without it leaking all over the place. At least it hasn't leaked for me. That is the OTTO HUTT. And then the Namiki is a brass Urushi lacquer coated pen. It has a 18 karat gold nib, plastic feed, Con 70 converter in it, and yeah, works really well. You would think for that price you would get something different as far as mechanism goes, but the price in this pen is the amount of labor that goes into Urushi lacquering this pen. Beautiful gold furniture on it, and the feel on this is absolutely amazing. It's not as heavy as this pen. This pen is extremely heavy. It's lighter than that, but it still has a good amount of heft to it that it feels perfect, in my opinion. Next, we talk about comfort. The Montblanc is a very comfortable pen to hold. I have these little tiny hands, and yet you can use it posted, and it's not super weighty. It's actually very well balanced like that. The bigger the pen, it's a little more comfortable to hold when you're writing for long sessions. Nice and light, enjoyable. OTTO HUTT, on the other hand, is kind of uncomfortable. For short-term writing, this is fine, but the longer you write with it, these grooves will really dig into your finger, and it's not the most comfortable. It is easy to grip because it's not slippery or anything. You can post this pen, post very securely, but it is extremely back-weighted. It's trying to fall backwards. This is completely useless as far as posting. Not the most comfortable. Lastly, we come up on the Namiki, and this is probably the most comfortable one. There's a nice little flare at the end, whereas you can see on the Montblanc, there's this little sort of step. It's a different sort of band of plastic. On the Namiki, you have this sort of flare out, and your fingers can just kind of sit right there. This is perfect. You don't ever need to post it. You can, but you don't ever really need to post it. It's just ever so slightly a little bit slimmer than the 149. Barely feel the threads, whereas on this one, you do feel those plastic threads. By all means, this is the most comfortable pen to use. Next, we come into care and cleaning. It's resin, most likely to scratch pen. This is a black pen as well, so it shows all of the fingerprints on it. You know, you have to be probably the most careful with this one just because it is plastic, and plastic does scratch. As far as cleaning goes, it's pretty easy. You stick this in some water and you spin the knob until it pushes all the ink out, and you just do that over and 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 over again until it's clear. So it does take a little bit longer for you to clean out the pen, but it's not bad. The OTTO HUTT, you can definitely get fingerprints on it. You can see my fingerprint right there. It's not so bad though. It comes with a little polishing cloth. This mechanism it's really well engineered, but this is the most finicky of them to clean. And I've noticed too, when I clean it, that the ink isn't coming out of the breather hole. It's spraying ink out of the collar where the nib and the feed meet. That's usually where a lot of the ink is spraying out of. Probably takes a good 15-20 minutes to get this clear and ready to fill again. Typically with these pens, I've been using their proprietary inks. Today I'm going to be trying it out with Pilot Blue, which should be just fine in this pen. Pretty easy to take care of. It's solid, but it's the hardest to clean. And then you got the Namiki, which is probably the most durable because the Rushi lacquer is super durable. I still am going to baby it just because it is, you know, the price of this pen, $1,500. If you use my coupon code Craig at Antique Digger, you can get one, a medium or a broad in the vermilion for $150 off, so it's only $1,350. But this is the easiest to clean. You just unscrew the barrel. You can just pop this completely out. You can clean this out, and then you can use a bulb syringe in this section with the nib, and you are done in, I want to say, less than 5 minutes cleaning this whole thing. It was super easy. I just did it just before this video. Care and cleaning, the Namiki's the easiest. Second place goes to Montblanc, and third goes to the OTTO HUTT Design 8. Lastly, let's talk about brand heritage. The winner of this one is the Montblanc. This is such an iconic pen. I have a Montblanc Meisterstück 149. People know what that is. Even if they're new to the game, for the most part, it is a well-known pen, and it is almost like this is sort of the Grail that everyone wants to get. Like I said, I bought this used. It looks fairly brand new. This is a absolutely fantastic pen, amazing heritage. They have Montblanc stores all over the world. OTTO HUTT. Well, what brand heritage? The company's been around since 1920, but they were a wholesale company all the way up until around 2013, where they've decided to start making their own high-end pens. I still don't really know that much about them. You can't go online and find a vintage OTTO HUTT pen. I had never heard of this company before I bought this pen. I just kind of bought it because of the connection with Mark Brown. It's a great pen. Every time I show it off, it's super futuristic, very modern. It's just, it has no brand heritage. That can be a problem. They're still trying to find their way into the American market. Not enough people know anything about this particular brand. So Pilot has been around since 1918. The Namiki brand has been around since 1925. It was sort of revamped in the late 90s. Namiki is named after the founder of the Pilot Pen Corporation. One thing these pens all do have in common is they are all serialized on the Montblanc. As far as I know, don't really have a meaning behind them. It's just kind of when they came off the line. OTTO HUTT has the number of the collection. So this is the Design 8. And this is number 51 off the line. And for the Namiki, their serial number is on top of the clip, and Japan is on the bottom of the clip. I don't know how long it takes to make these two pens, but I know this one takes 3 months. So this one is the more exclusive one to own. And it has the price tag to go along with it. So I'm gonna do a little writing sample. I'm gonna ink these all up to sort of save you from watching me film everything. I just filled up the Con 70, which I've done in a video about this very pen, but I just got a great fill with the Con 70. I'm just testing it, so I'm only gonna do a little fill. Kind of want to put Run the World in 8 Days Blue back in this pen when I'm done. Design 8, gotta unscrew the piston knob here, pull it out, pull it towards us, and screw the piston, and screw this until it clicks, and it'll be full. There we go, should be full. That's like the worst reverse. All right, let's see. Super juicy on the OTTO HUTT Design 8. Similar to the OTTO HUTT, except just a Japanese medium is more like a European fine, but I like European fines. I've kind of stepped away from doing the European mediums lately and sticking with the fines, and then for this, the Japanese medium is perfect for me. So, in my opinion, writing experience, if that was an extra point, this one would be perfect. OTTO HUTT is just a little too juicy, it's a little too broad for me, and the Montblanc I write with all the time, but this one, now that I have it, this one wins the writing experience. Alright guys, so I made a little chart and this is how I scored it. The Montblanc, OTTO HUTT, Namiki, 3 points were awarded for what I felt was the best, 2 points awarded to the second best, and 1 point awarded to what I felt was the least best. As far as price goes, almost $1,000 for a resin pen from Montblanc. It got the lowest score for me. Namiki, on the other hand, with the amount of stuff you get with it, the box, the presentation, the fact that it takes 3 months to make it, and it's the most durable of the 3 that I have, they take the cake on that one. Brand, it's an easy choice. Montblanc, they score the highest just because they have the best brand heritage, followed by Namiki, which is also pretty close. It just depends on what part of the world you're from, but Namiki is right up there with the pilot name and all that. And then OTTO HUTT is just the unknown. It's still unknown, and that's why it scored so low. I'm sure if they had a little bit better brand heritage, they would get a higher score. Care, Namiki's the easiest with the Con 70 converter and the super durable Urushi lacquer on it. They get the best for that, and it's just cleaning and maintaining. It's the easiest one to maintain, followed by the Montblanc, followed by the OTTO HUTT. The OTTO HUTT cleaning is just no fun. Really, it takes forever to clean that pen out. Material wise, Namiki again, brass pen, Urushi lacquer coated. They have the best materials, followed by the OTTO HUTT with the ruthenium coating and the PVD coated stainless steel. It's gorgeous. And then Montblanc just with, you know, it's resin, it's plastic. And lastly, comfort. Namiki takes the cake. It's so comfortable to use. I drew this out with the Namiki. I could write with that thing every day. If I had one pen to choose, it would probably be the Namiki overall over these other two. Followed by Montblanc, followed by OTTO HUTT. OTTO HUTT's just uncomfortable for long writing sessions. I didn't even go over this, but the capacity, the Namiki carries the most ink, followed by the Montblanc, followed by the OTTO HUTT. The OTTO HUTT I've had to fill already like 8 or 9 times, and I don't use it every day. That tells you it just doesn't hold a lot of ink. Namiki almost got a perfect score of 15, but 14, followed by Montblanc in second place with a 9, and OTTO HUTT with a 7. My battle royale goes to the Namiki Yukari Royale. These are all my opinions, you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, what you think of these pens. Are there any on this list that you have, or are there any on this list that you wish you had? Let me know. And that's the video. Thanks so much for checking it out, you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more content like this. And if you're watching this on February 12th, today is my 34th birthday. And, you know, it's just been a fantastic year, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen with the future and the future of this channel. I will be at the Los Angeles International Pen Show from February 17th until February 20th. So please, if you're going to the show, if you're going to be nearby, if you want to stop by, meet up, hang out, whatever, talk pens, I'm just excited to see what happens at the show. It's going to be my first ever pen show, and I'm going to be hanging out with Greg Sheik from the Antique Digger while I'm there. You guys, we're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get there, we're gonna have some awesome prizes for the giveaway. Stay tuned. Check out my Instagram at Craig Roccanova for more updates, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace. And that's the video. Thanks for... words are hard today. And that's the video. Thanks so much for checking it out, you guys. If you have any questions about the pens, leave a comment down. Why did I have to go to screensaver? There we go. And that's the video. Thanks so much for checking it out, you guys. If you have any questions...